Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Agent Mastermind class. I am Paul Baxter, and I am here with the man, the myth, and the legend, Mr. Scotty Hudspeth. How you doing, Scotty?
Have an amazing day, man. Just excited to be here as always. Love hanging with you guys. Love sharing some stuff, learning some stuff. We always learn as much from you as you do from me. So it's just a good place to be. We got a huge group on here today. Facebook's still a really hot topic. So I'm going to share some stuff with you today, and I'm just going to jump right into this if you don't mind, Paul. Share with you the agenda. So the agenda: best way to use Facebook to get referrals from your friends and fans. How to build your success list. Okay, we're gonna continue with this. Your success list is your database. If you're not growing your database, you're kind of standing still, or I hate to say it, but going backwards. So you continually have to be growing your success list. How to make your success list more responsive. How often do I post? Best time to post. Using Facebook in your listing presentation, we're going to end with, if we have some time. And then farming to a neighborhood using Facebook fan pages. All right, we might have to go into a second class on this because I want to tie in how to use it for the results in advance, how to use the farming, and then also Facebook ads, which Paul shared with us the other day that I think is so ninja. Paul, why would an agent not use what you shared with us on our boot camp yesterday with their, why not stay in front of their borrowers all the time? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It's the custom audience, and what Scott's talking about is we shared with some of the loan officers that are on the call with us today, some of the sponsors that are sponsoring your access to the call today. We shared with them a way to utilize Facebook in a way that allows you to do ads on Facebook, but only have the ads seen by people that are on your database or on your list. It's really one of those ninja things, and Scotty, I'd be happy to share that with the group. If you plot out some time and you let me know, I'll be happy to share that with the group.
I think it'll tie in really nice to what we're talking about today. So so here's the thing. It's not the offer, it's who's making the offer. So what if this guy, nobody knows this guy, I don't know this guy, he says, if you ask me for $5, a $5 note, you can have one, okay? All you got to do is ask him, and he's going to give it away. Here's the crazy thing. What if I threw this guy's face on there, and he was saying the same thing? I know maybe a lot of you guys don't like this guy, but he's well-known in the industry as far as real estate, and probably one of the best well-known real estate guys. But what if he was standing there asking, saying, hey, ask me for $5 and I'll give it to you? Everybody would ask, right? Because everybody knows him. Here's the thing. 1,800 people passed by, and they used different people for this. Only 28 took the offer, less than 2%. So the question is, if you ask somebody for a referral, do they know you? But more importantly, do they remember you, okay? When somebody's talking about real estate. So we're going to talk about that. The mistake we've all made is instead of taking food to the starving people in the desert, and we've talked about this before in the past, they're still in the desert, right? Move the people to the fields where there's food instead of trying to move people off. Now, here's the big problem that I see a lot of is we all put our websites on there, our Pinterest links on there, all this stuff that we try to pull people away from Facebook when they don't want to be away from Facebook. We've done numerous classes on this. We'll be doing more of this where the more you do on Facebook, the more ads, if you run Facebook ads, which we're going to be talking about in the next couple weeks, if you try to pull them away from their comfort zone is being there, so keep them there. We're going to talk more about that. So people want to get to know you. The crazy thing about society today is we're isolated. We're not, it's getting too techy and too systems oriented, and how do I do this and not have to pick up the phone, and how do I do this and make people happy, what I think is happy, and not have to do anything and just automate it? That's the problem with today's society.
It kind of goes back to what we talked about with, I believe it was Doug a couple of weeks ago.
Yes,
when we talked about becoming more referable, maybe it was a couple months ago. I can't remember exactly when it was, but we talked about becoming more referable. And this is a great graphic to demonstrate that. And what you're talking about here is we want to have these automated things. And, yes, that makes our lives a little bit easier, but what we lose in that is that human touch, that ability to create a communication line that allows people to get to know one another. That's how people do business, is by getting to know one another. I mean, let's face it, we buy things. I know in my life I buy things from people that I know and trust. I don't, if I'm looking to buy a new fishing boat, I don't go to some guy I've never met before in my life. I go to somebody that I do know, that I already trust, because I feel like I'm going to get a better deal that way. Everybody's the same way, and I would imagine, especially in home buying.
Yeah. Well, here's the crazy thing is, and Paul, I mean, referring to somebody you would buy a fishing boat from, is it that they got the best fishing boat, or is it just how they make you feel when you're talking with them about the fishing boat?
Nothing to do with the best fishing boat. More, it has everything to do with how I feel that I'm talking. In a purchase like that. That person makes me feel more comfortable buying from them than somebody that I don't know. And absolutely, it's a feeling.
Absolutely. And people want to belong. I don't know if you've been paying attention to this, but if you just give somebody a pat on the back and say thank you or congratulations or you look good today or some way, shape, or form, show them that you care or you're paying attention. We're going to talk more about this, but it's amazing the response you get, especially on Facebook. I'm going to show some examples on that. Interesting fact that don't make sense, okay? 81% of marketers do social marketing for exposure. And here's the thing, but at a cost of 10 to 20 hours per week, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate to this, right? They say the average person spends 3 to 4 hours a day on Facebook to get exposure. The question is, how do you spend exposure at the grocery store, right? I mean, you can't do it. So we're gonna go away from exposure. We're gonna go away from building your brand, and we're gonna go deep with. And I hate to say it, we're gonna go deep with building relationships and getting to how people remember you and getting to know people in a society where they hang out 3 to 4 hours a day. Okay. The mistakes. Post updates at least. Here's the mistakes that you don't want to make, and I'm going to go over some stuff you do, don't, all that stuff. We'll go over all this, and I'll share with you some really cool ninja strategies. Post updates at least 5 times a day. Just don't do it. It's just not good. People go, oh my God, if they post one more time, I'm going to freak out, right? Post to all your friends' walls, photos, and posted items. No. All these creates a story that creates valuable visibility. Like, you think that you just being in front of them every single second of every single day is going to make them like you. Here's a great story that I just heard from Gary Vay. He's like one of his guys. His goal, Gary Vaynerchuk. If you don't follow him or haven't heard of him, he wrote the book Crush It, and he was talking about a story about how one of his guys with the New York Jets. His goal, there's nothing more than he wants to do than buy the New York Jets. So everything he does is getting him to buying the New York Jets. So he says when one of his guys with the New York Jets was making a trade, they were seeing if he's going to trade to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was literally going to CNN and finding out and just following the story for the whole 2 weeks, every 5 minutes. And every time he would go there, this I think it was a Samsung phone ad popped up. So it pissed him off so much that he texted his wife and said, "We are never buying a Samsung phone ever." And then he tweeted it out to his million followers saying, "We're never buying a Samsung phone." So here's the crazy thing about that, though, Paul. Get this: is the Samsung people were getting all these clicks and impressions and all that stuff, right? Exposure. They're like high-fiving each other, going, "Woohoo! We're doing good. We're getting hits. We're getting all this stuff." When in reality, they're just pissing people off, trying to sell them something, when all they wanted to do was find out if, you see where I'm going with that?
Yep. So
you got to be careful when you're trying to sell what you're selling and what you're talking about. So we're going to talk more about that. The good news is you're going to be the only one that knows how to do this the right way. 72% of marketers have been doing social marketing for less than 4 months. That's because they quit. Because why? There's no money. They're not making any money, so they quit doing it. And the reason is they're trying to sell. They think by posting a new listing or whatever it is they post, they think they're going to get a new buyer from it or a new seller, and that's not what it's about. The bottom line is building relationships, knowing the goal. How should you measure results? Same as any other business, marketing profit, okay? Success list. People who know, like, and trust you. That's the new definition of my success list. And guys, I sit here every day and go, how can I add more people to my success list? Which means clients who know, like, and trust me, who turn into friends, who refer their friends, who get to know, like, and trust me. It's just how it is. Friends, right? Family. Daily goal. Here's my daily goal. Grow your success list daily.
It kind of
Interact
goes
and
back to
collaborate.
what Robert Gall told us. If we can
Totally
add two
basic,
people
yes.
to our 2 people a day to our success list, that's 500
No.
people at the end of the year.
I know. 500 people times the average person knows 223 on Facebook. It just, I mean, figure that number, right? It's a crazy number. Interact and collaborate on a daily basis. Get involved. Stay involved daily. And I'm going to show you some ideas how to do that. Listen to your success list, which is people who you're connected with. It's not about, I got 1,000 likes on Facebook, or I got 1,000 friends, or I got 1,000 fans. That's not what it's about. It used to be that, because then that would show who you are and it'd make you look bigger and better. But today, the paychecks come in with people that actually truly know, like, and trust you and will call you when they have a real estate need, okay? Find out what makes your success list more responsive. We're going to talk a little bit about that, all right? Okay, so I want everyone to do this little exercise with me, okay? Paul, here we go. I will never post without a picture or video. These are some must-dos, okay? Never, never, never post without a picture or video. I will never have more than 20% of my post business related. Now, I'm changing this on you in another slide here, but if the worst case is 20%, I'm gonna show you why it should only be 1%, and we'll talk more about that. I will always be short and sweet with my headlines. I'm going to show you some examples here in just a second. I will ask questions to be engaging. This isn't about Facebook. Is not about you, okay? It's not about me and what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. It's getting you to engage with me, to interact with me, okay? I will always ask others to take action. And it may be just like my picture. Hey, what do you think about that? I'm going to show you some examples here in just a second. I will use the pin to top feature for my key real estate promotions on my business page. I'm going to talk about the business page and is it necessary, is it not? I will not be boring. If you think it's boring, guess what? Other people think it's boring as well. I'll sit there for 30 minutes sometimes and go, does this connect and engage and interact? That I ask myself these questions when I go to post something. If I can't answer yes to all of these, then I don't post it. I will never post a good home deal or Best Buy. I will show you what to post when you're posting that you are a real estate agent. I will never steal, I mean borrow, great wall content, okay? Just share it. I'm going to show you some ideas on how to do that. It's very easy to just click the share button, add your little comment, and be a part of someone else's network, which shows them you're a part of other networks. I will never, this is the biggest, I will never be negative. You can always take a negative and make it a positive, but man, if you're just coming across negative or negative Nelly, it just never works out.
One of two things are going to happen. Either A, nobody's going to click the like button, because let's face it, who wants to like something that's negative? Or B, those that do engage with a negative post are going to bring it even more negatively. So what you have is a string of communication happening on your page that is nothing but negative speak, and that's never a good idea.
Correct, correct. All right, so somebody asked about the pin to the top. So on your business page, and I'll show you that, you can do it on groups too, private groups. You can pin your post to the top, so no matter who posts in there or what gets posted, that is the feature post of the very top of the page, and it stays there the whole time, all right? So that's pinned to the top. All right, so get this, and guys, these guys are so doing it right. I mean, go there now, but come back. Facebook.com/get100 listings. I'm going to show you some examples, so don't go there yet. They are doing it right. Check this out. So here's the first one. Like to swim up and grab a burger. Do you like the dark molding in this room?
Yes.
Pretty cool, right? I mean, that's like, you actually look at it and go, do I like it? Or
yeah,
I'm
not thinking about a real estate post that they're showing off, a living room or the sweet bar in this awesome home.
What color looks good in this house?
Do you like the dark molding in this house?
Check this out. What is your favorite feature in this kitchen?
The overhead.
Is that a great question?
The overhead hoods over the stove. The fact that there's hoods over the stove. That's amazing.
I like those too.
That's bad.
Would you call this a backyard paradise? Yes or no? Interaction, engaging. I mean,
and so what's happening here is a couple of things. First and foremost, and going back to what Scott said in that list, I will never make a post without a picture. The reason for that is Facebook, they're very guarded about their algorithm called EdgeRank and what carries more weight, what carries less weight to be seen in the news feeds. One of the things that they have been good about talking about is the fact that a post with a photo will generate 120% more engagement than a post without a photo. Therefore, they show it more often. Now, what he's also doing is he's posting something about this beautiful home that's for sale, but it's always a question that is generating engagement. Would you call this backyard paradise? Correct. Yes or no? That's a question that requires engagement, much more so than a simple click of the like on the picture. That requires that I give my opinion on that.
Exactly. Yeah, I need to put in yes or no if I want to. If I'm friends of yours or fans of yours or past client of yours or current client of yours, I want to interact with you because I like you. You know, that's part of being at the party and going, hey, what do you think about this? It's the same conversation going on here, but it's going on Facebook. Here's a couple more. Describe this space in 2 words. Here's fill in the blank. See how these are short subject line, like short questions, engaging, asking, interaction. Here's another one. Are you a fan of the shower and fireplace idea?
Yes.
I love it.
That's awesome sauce right there. That is awesome sauce.
I know, I know. Isn't that crazy, right? So, like to hang here for a while?
Oh, my.
How cool is that, right? So, like, that's what you need to find in your listings that you go to that have something cool, and every home has something cool. It might be different in your neighborhood, it might be different in your area, but it relates to the people in that area. Find something that's unique. Trim, paint. What can I hang on the walls here? Any ideas of something I can hang on the walls here to make this more inviting or more relaxing or more comfortable? Stuff like that. It's pretty cool, right? Here's the last one. Are you ready for some cooler fall nights?
And just a picture of the backyard with the fire pit. Very, very good idea. Very clever idea, and it's asking again an engaging question.
Correct. All right, drinking a little water here. All right, go on. How to grow your success list. Email. Gmail puts it automatically into your contacts list. We've talked about that. We had a Gmail class a while ago called Gbox Zero. I believe Outlook does it too. Contacts. A lot of people don't realize they have. I'm going to show you some cool ways to do this. So contacts database, church, sporting events with kids, local events you attend on a regular basis, weddings. Here's a little story that Mike shared with me, and I hope it's okay to share this, Mike. He's on the call with us. So Mike had a wedding this last weekend. What did you say, Mike? 150 people there, about? Somewhere in there? You there, brother? Okay, maybe he's out. So he said about 130, 150 people. He said, man, I met this one guy who is in the business, and we're going to talk. We're going to do some business together. And it just kind of happened, right? He's like, what do you do? What are you known for? What do you you live in Kalamazoo. What do you do there? And it just kind of happened. So we met some really good contacts, and it wasn't even in town. It was in like a town an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So it's pretty cool that like stuff like that happens. But here's the thing: what is Mike going to do with that information when he gets back to his office? Is he gonna go friend them on Facebook, interact with them, send them a private message saying, "Hey, it was so great hanging with you at the wedding. Wasn't that an awesome wedding? Hey, look forward to talking to you soon. Hey, do you want to get together for some coffee, just to kind of catch up and get to know each other a little better?" I mean, something like that where it would have been very, very, very cool. That's where a lot of us, I think, fail. Speaking of myself, if I take that information and don't do anything with it, or don't have a system in place or a checklist in place to go, man, I met this guy, and he would be a good contact for me to have. He works at this company that has 3,000 employees, and man, I just being friends with him because he's a friend of the person that I went to a wedding with. We kind of are connected now. We know each other. We have something in common to talk about. That would be a good person to follow up with and get to know and maybe hang out with, right? That's how business is done. That's how business is referred to other people when they know, like, and trust you. But if you take it back to the office, you don't do anything with it, you never connect or engage or friend the guy on Facebook, guess what happens? Zero, okay? This is my opinion only. Your one and only goal, in my opinion, is to become friends with as many people as you can so that they think of you when they have a real estate need. They think of you when their friends, family, and coworkers have real estate needs, okay? Nothing more, nothing less. Success list. Build it, build it, build it. Friend people, and I'm going to show you one. So check this out. So your personal page versus your business page. Do you need both? Yes and no. Here's the thing. If you don't have a business page, so be it. Don't dwell on it. Don't think you got to spend time on it. Just start engaging and interacting with the people that are friends of yours on your personal page. And I'm going to give you some ideas, okay? Life events. Funny day or holidays. Check this place out. So this is days of the year. Today is Face Your Fears Day, okay? Tomorrow is, yesterday was Habitat Day. Tomorrow is Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work Day, work or school.
Well, they've got some funny ones. They've got they've got Pomegranate Day, and I mean, wear your purple sock day. I mean, they've got all kinds of funny little holidays on there.
Yeah, pick one that fits your personality, one that excites you, one that's fun. Find a way to have a very short little question, engagement, interacting. Hey, are you scared of are you scared of spiders? Face Your Fears Day. Maybe you need to go hold a spider. I don't know, whatever it is. I mean, it's just I didn't really care for this one, so I'm not going to post that today. But bring your teddy bear to work. There's a lot of cool stuff. We could, do a tip of the week video and hold our teddy bear going, hey, did you know it was Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work Day? So, Mike, I got mine. You got yours? I mean, just have some fun with it, right? So that's one of those right there. So I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint. Let's see. What happened there, Mike? Let's see. All right. There we go. All right. Okay. From the front. Okay, so inspirational quotes. If you go to Google, I mean, it's so easy to do this. I do this on my phone. You don't even need a computer to do this, or, I mean, you can do it on your iPad. So I'm just going to go really quick and go to Google and show you what I'm talking about. So you go to Google, and there's under a little tab up here that says Images. They changed Google now. So if you're in Chrome, this is what it looks like. So if you click on Images, nothing really changes, but you put in inspirational quotes, and guess what comes up? Like hundreds and if not thousands. Here's a good one. Don't give up. The beginning is always the hardest. If you know somebody that's like maybe starting a new job, maybe has a challenge that they need to overcome, get personal with people. We're going to talk more about that, but like here's just all kinds of stuff. Here's Steve Jobs, and his quotes are always awesome. Just all kinds of stuff you can look for. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Pretty powerful, right? So little stuff like that in the right moment, in the right time. Cool way to do it. A new homeowner, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step is a kind of a cool quote to send somebody privately or post publicly to get some likes on it, right? So that's one way to do it. All right. Funny life stories. Tip of the week videos. I can't stress videos enough. We've done some video classes. Success stories with your clients. That's always fun. Testimonials from your clients. Third-party verification is huge. If somebody else says something nice about you, I think the world should know about that, right? Check-ins to your favorite places. Let your personality come through. Like, where do you like to eat? Where do you go on weekends? If you're at a movie, check in at the movie and share, hey, man, this movie was awesome. Just seen that show with Sandra Bullock. It was great. Vacations. Share your vacation. Let people know where you go on vacations. Birthdays. Tag your post with friends and family. This is kind of cool. So if you're friends with a client and you're with them at an event or you're with them at some sporting event or whatever, and you just watching the kids play some soccer and you tag your friends, guess who sees it? Everybody on your friends' wall sees it as well, and they're usually okay with it because you're taking a picture of both their kids together, or maybe you're with some friends at a party, or you're at a restaurant for dinner or whatever. People like that stuff. People like to know you're with other people, and who knows, they may have friends that are friends of yours and friends of your friends, and they go, oh my God, I can't believe you know each other, and you kind of get together and figure that out. So that's your personal, just some ideas for your personal page. There's always something to post. When you do it is up to you, and I'm going to talk about that too. On your business page, real estate updates, success stories with your clients, testimonials. Tag your post with clients that you are doing business with after you friend them. So make sure you friend them first. We're going to talk about how to find them. Pictures at a closing table. I think this is a huge idea. When you close on a transaction, give them the keys, give them the check, whatever you want to do. Get in the picture with them. Have somebody have a camera with you, and if not, have a phone, and take a picture and post it on your congratulations to the Smith family on their new home. I'm so excited. It was such a pleasure working with you. Tag them in the photo. Their friends see it. Now you are the realtor of choice that they use to buy their home. Okay? Real estate updates, newsletter, cool stuff about new listings. We talked about that. Post of just sold on Facebook using Pinterest links. Now, I'm going Pinterest a little bit because that is an amazing place that Stacy Staub uses, one of our people that did the class a while back. She uses all her just listed, just solds so she can build her brand on Pinterest. Every once in a while, why not throw in there one of your Pinterest links to your just sold oh my God, congratulations to the Smith family. They just bought this new home, and here's some beautiful pictures for you to share. And here's a link to that Pinterest board that you have on Pinterest. Post of just listed on Facebook using Pinterest link in a cool way. Always make sure that you follow those simple steps that the I will statement you're going to get a copy of, all right? You got some static coming in. Who's that?
Muted.
Okay, I got that. I'm gonna
Unmuted.
Oh, I think it's you, Paul. All right.
That shouldn't be.
Here we go. All right. Worst case. Okay. Worst case. Personal Facebook page. So the worst case is if you don't have a business page, just go with this stuff right here. Live events, inspirational quotes, funny life stories, tip of the week videos, all that stuff that we talked about. Okay. How to find friends. Check this out, Paul. I don't think I've showed you this before. So facebook.com/find-friends/browser. Okay. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to pull up a bunch of cool different things that are from my profile that have hometown. I was from Marshall. Current city, Kalamazoo. I can check the box. High school, I went to Marshall. Mutual friends, I can check some of these friends to find friends of their friends. College or university, where I went to college, and where I work or have worked in the past to find friends there. And then if you have graduate school, or you can enter the other cities if you want to right here, and it's going to pull up. So, for example, if I put in Marshall, Michigan, it's going to go pull up people in Marshall that I might know. It's just one way to do it, or you can put in other cities. So I thought that was a cool link for you guys. And you can scroll through here to see if there's anybody you graduated with, anybody you know that you haven't connected with in a long time, maybe a past employer that you worked, or a college that you went to school with, or some mutual friends that you went out with this last Friday. You can enter another name here, and it'll pull up their friends, and maybe you hung out with their friends, and they're friends with them. You know what I mean? He's like, God, I wish I knew Tim's name. He was with Stacy, and Stacy, man, God dang it, I can't remember what his last name was. Well, if I click on Stacy, it's going to show me all her friends that she's connected with, and more than likely that this Tim guy or this whoever her friends are connected with her on Facebook. So now you can friend them knowing that you just hung out with them. That would be a great place to start. That makes sense? Isn't that cool, Paul?
Absolutely. Hey, I love the who you may know, feature on Facebook. It's one of the best ways to grow your circle of influence. And then
Correct.
It all revolves back around to creating engaging content. Once you get people to start liking and start commenting on the things that you're posting about,
right,
that's where the ball game begins, because then you've got friend conversation. Somebody put a comment in a little bit ago, well, if I'm posting things about, the interactive pictures, do you like this backyard, or hey, do you like the wood trim, and is this the wood trim you'd go with? Posting those kind of things and creating that kind of engagement as the conversation goes, one of the big things, and Scotty, this is something that I meant to remind myself to tell everybody, is don't ever post and run. That's one of the other things on your I will statement you don't want to do. I will never post and run. Because when you do post something and it does create that engagement, you want to be there to engage back. Somebody says, oh, God, I love that yard. I wish I had that backyard. That gives you a perfect opportunity to say, well, that exact backyard is available for you right now. Let me know if you want more info.
Correct.
That's not anything businessy. You're simply engaging, saying to somebody that says, I wish I had that backyard. You're simply saying back, well, if you'd really like the backyard, it can be yours right now. Hee hee hee. You're just making a simple conversation at the whole time. Everybody else who sees that knows that now, okay, not only is this backyard gorgeous, but it's, she mentioned it's for sale. Now everybody that's following that, guess what they know you do for a living without having to ask or without you having to say.
Absolutely.
That's how those things become an engaging post can become a business post just by having a normal conversation on that post. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I talked around in a circle on that.
So when you post something and you post it, say it's like right now it's 12:30, make sure that you check back to 2:33. Just check back real quick and see if anybody asks you a question. I mean, I've seen people post something and they go, hey, I've been meaning to get with you and I'm thinking about selling my home. And if you just never go back there until like next week, you got to be careful with that. So just always make sure you're listening. That's probably one of the things I got coming up. It's one of the things I said is make sure you're listening to your database. If they're asking you questions or shooting you private messages, and if you don't know that, we'll cover that here in just a second. But moving on here. So 123 People. I don't know if you've heard about this, but check this out. So 123 People is a place where it's a little scary. So I would recommend, and I found some stuff last night. I'm like, crap, I forgot to change that. Is put in your name. So if I put in my name, I'm just going to use mine. Actually, I did Paul Baxter last night just to check it out. So I just put in Paul Baxter and search, and what it's going to do is find every Paul Baxter, and then it shows phone numbers, premium public records, email addresses, criminal records, social networks. So I found, here's Paul Baxter right here. I know that's him, but I mean, check this out. So if I do mine, I'm like, I realized that I hadn't, from an employer a long time ago, I had some stuff that I hadn't changed, and I'm like, oh crap. So I scroll down here. It's like, here's my Facebook and Twitter. Here's my, let's see, I don't even know what, oh, this is SlideShare. This is my LinkedIn. There's another couple spots here. Here's Clout. Here's Pinterest. So you can really quickly see everything about you. Now, if you're looking for somebody that you can't find, this might be a good place to find them. You just put in their name, and you might find, like, if you find if you know what state they're in or what city they're in, you can see it here, and you might be able to find them. So here's a couple email addresses. You might be able to find that there. So kind of a cool place to check yourself, but also see what other people are seeing about you to make sure that if you've ever moved companies, you've moved everything. So when people search for you or Google you and find you, that they see the right thing, the right number, the right address, the right email address, all that stuff. It's a great way to do it. So 123 People, great place to go there. All right. So how often do you post? Every single day, every other day, every week, when you remember, when you have something cool to share. I don't post every day, but I do post at least every second or third day when I know that I haven't been there in a while. So I don't physically have an exact time. We're going to talk about times, the best time to do it, and I'm going to change that up a little bit on my side. But I would highly recommend putting this on your calendar, and this is the day that you're going to do it, and this is the time that you're going to do it, and that's just when it happens. So you go find something, whether you spend 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, you could start adding stuff up. So a lot of times you find something you want to post, you're like, God, it's midnight, and maybe I shouldn't do it, maybe I should, or I'll just throw it out there. Don't waste a post. If there's something cool, wait till the next day when people are actually on Facebook instead of when they're sleeping, okay? Make sense? So save that post. Maybe do a folder on your computer that says Facebook idea or post that I want to share. And then just put pictures in there, put thoughts in there. I always, on my phone, I have a little notes section, and I always, when I want to post something that somebody else says that I thought, man, that was pretty cool saying, I put it on there and I save it for another day because I know that I've already posted today or yesterday, and I don't want to be crazy with it. So some people, a lot of the experts say every single day. I personally think it's too much. That's just my opinion. You can do something every day that's cool. Just make sure that it's cool. Make sure it's good stuff. If it's boring, if it's not engaging, if it's not interacting, it's kind of a waste of a post. All right? Sites for ideas. I found a bunch of them that you can share. Funny Status. If you go to Funny Status, that's a good one. E-Sign articles. If you're looking for a topic of, if you want to know what kind of plant should I put in that will live indoors, it'll have an article on that, and it'll have you a whole blog post on how to do that, or what plant it is, or anything you could ever think of. E-Sign articles. Just go in there, search the topic you want, and it'll give you some ideas to talk about. Google Images. We talked about that. Keep it positive. I never post negative. I found this blog. It's positiveonrealestate.com. It's another good one. Gutenberg. Gutenberg's an amazing, amazing one. So check out this. I'm just going to go to a couple of these here, and then other people's posts. There's some really creative people out there that I highly recommend. If you find somebody that is creative and always putting up cool stuff, follow them. So you can go check back so you know what it is. Because if you friend them, they're always friends of yours, or follow them, or whatever. So funny statuses, there's literally hundreds of them. Make sure that it's engaging, interacting, not negative, not political. That'll get you in trouble every time. You'll immediately piss off 50% of your base. So, all right, so that's one there. One of the other ones that I like is, let's see, Gutenberg. Check this out. So say you got this is free books, free online books. This is crazy. So say you meet somebody and they say, what do you do for fun? Well, I love to golf, or I love to I'm a huge bike rider. I ride pedal bikes, and we do like 25 miles every Saturday. Well, I mean, you can literally search book catalog or search website for bike riding. And it'll more than likely pull up, I probably didn't do it right. Maybe I'll put it up here. There's usually some sort of bike riding book, and of course I picked one that didn't work, but there's always, like, there's tons of categories. Check out all these categories. Bookshelf, let's see. All kinds of different things that you can search for as far as books in here to give away. It's free downloads, a PDF book. Hey, I was thinking of you the other day, found this book, I just thought it might be of interest. If it's not, just delete it, whatever. So that's just a kind of a cool place to go. Always some cool stuff. Positive Real Estate, Gutenberg, e-sign articles. Check this out. So I'll show you e-sign articles. Say you want to find fall home repairs. Hopefully I can get one that's out there, right, Paul? Fall home repairs. So here's 8,070 results.
I was going to say, you just want one? I don't know if you're just going to find one on eZine.
Right.
eZine gets a few more than just one.
Right. So 4 home repairs you need to do before winter. I mean, you could do maybe riding bikes. Let's try if I can hit the gold mine here. So here's 16,600 results. Bike riding for weight loss. Mountain biking. I love riding my mountain. So like all kinds of different ideas, stories. I mean, there's unlimited. We're not lacking content. This is just one place to go.
Well, and I'll tell you guys, the posts that will generate the most engagement from all of your friends that you're connected to are posts about the things that you like to do. If you're not into bike riding, don't make a post about bike riding, because the people who know you will know that, oh, okay, cool. But you know what, for me, like I enjoy fishing. I think most everybody that's gotten to know anything about me knows that I enjoy fishing. And so I can post anything, and I can make a post, and I can come up with cool things about fishing anytime, every single day. And you know what? Because it's something that my friends and people know I'm passionate about, they can tell in the post that it's something I'm interested in. And you know what? They engage with what I'm interested in as well, just in the same way that I know that if my buddy Jeff Glass posts something about biking, I engage with that because I know that's what he's passionate about. When Terry posts about playing pool or how their team did in their pool competition, I engage with that because I know that's what Terry is most passionate about. And so people will do the same for you as you go through. So coming up with content, really, guys, you know, there's tools here available for you for content, but content should be about what you're interested in. It should be about Johnny's home run that he hit in the Little League game last night, or how you felt at the end of your 2-mile run yesterday, or that you saw a raccoon eating out of the neighbor's trash can last night. Hope they don't get in your garage this year.
Right.
You know, things like that, that's what creates the engagement.
Right. Here's a post I did like just before class, 3 hours ago. So it was 10:40, and I got it from Get 100 Listings, that website I told you about. So who's ready for fall leaves? I mean, I got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 13 likes and 2. I mean, so I put picture says it all. Enjoy, my friends. I didn't even ask for an engagement. The picture kind of does it for you because it says who is ready for fall leaves, hoodies, pumpkins, and s'mores. Right? So it did the call to action for me. Everybody else was liking it. So that's just 3 hours old. So that kind of stuff is where sometimes if the picture has the engagement or interaction or asking for a reaction, leave that alone and just put whatever you want to post, short and sweet here. Okay? Just want to give you that example there. All right. So 99.1. Here's my thing. People will absolutely find out who you are and what you do if you interact, engage with them, have fun with them. It's just going to come out, right? My thing is 99% of your Facebook posts on your personal accounts should have absolutely nothing to do with real estate. Now, if you find a cool home that has something like we shared, that I don't believe is really talking real estate. It's sharing something cool. Asking about trim, asking about paint. What do you see when you see this? What could I add to it to make it better? All that kind of stuff, I think, isn't talking real estate. It's talking what you're, asking opinions. And then if they see your profile, guess what? It should say in your profile that you're in real estate, that you're a real estate agent in your market. You make sure that your profile is filled out completely on all the social network sites, but specifically Facebook, because that's where the engaging and interacting is going, okay? 1% of your Facebook posts on real estate related, but these are creative postings and not direct posts of your current listings for sale, all right? Nobody likes to be sold. You wouldn't ever show up to a party and start talking about your listings. You would never show up and start just talking real estate, period. It's just not cool. If you try to sell, people are going to be turned off by it and go, I mean, think about it. Like if all I did was ever talk mortgage rates and mortgage this and mortgage that, people would be like, man, if Scott says rates, I just don't want to hang around him. Just all he does is talk rates.
Well, what will happen, and a lot of people are knowing this lately, is you can remain somebody on somebody's friend list, and you can keep somebody on your friend list, and you can turn off notifications in your news feed. You can make it so that you don't see them in your news feed anymore. And you know what happens is if you have, even if you've got 500 friends, you can actually make a post, and maybe 2 people out of 500 on your friends list actually see the post. It's based on, I mentioned at the very beginning, Facebook, and they're very guarded about the secrets that relate to the edge rank system. But some of the things that people do know is, going back to the photographs, get you 120% more engagement. Therefore, Facebook gives that a heavier weight system in the edge rank system, meaning if you do a picture with your posts, you're more likely to show up in news feeds. They also give engagement. The amount of engagement that a specific account gets will also carry weight in the news feed. So if Facebook sees that you make posts and no one ever engages with those posts, guess what? Facebook knows that your content is not relevant or it's not good content, so it doesn't show you in the news feeds. And really, your whole goal of everything you do on Facebook, no matter what it is that you're doing, your goal is to get into the news feed. Once you get into the news feed, you're in a race. It's game on, baby.
Jean Vermillion, she made a good point. She says, no two ways about it. Someone will always, and she capitalized always, mention real estate to me. I don't have to be the one to bring it up. And I learned this a long time ago.
Couldn't agree more.
If you are good friends with people, you interact and engage with them. They will say, hey, Jean, what do you do?
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that. I mean, that happens all the time. Another good question is by Paul. It says, just closed or testimonials, is that part of the 1%? Absolutely. It's not talking real estate. It's a congratulations to the Smith family. It was so nice working with you. That is not. It's not about you. It's about them. Make it all about them. I mean, if you were saying, hey, I just closed another deal. Woohoo! Thank God, I'm so awesome. That's not good. But if you congratulate someone else, hey, Tara, Kevin, it was so nice working with you guys, and just here's a picture, congratulations, I can't wait to see your all moved in and the boxes unpacked in your new home. That's what it's all about. Make it about them. Okay? All right, so if the screen is not blank, I'm actually rocking it out. So when is the best time? Here, get this. Engagement was 32% higher on weekends. All right? Check this out. Monday through Wednesday is the worst. All right? Actually, Wednesday afternoon. So Saturday, look at this. Friday afternoon, 10% higher on Saturday. 10% higher on Friday because people are going into the weekends and more excited. Hey, what are my friends doing? What's going on? What's happening? Who's out there? That's
everybody doing this weekend.
That's where the money's at. So just take note of that. If you're posting something on Monday morning and you think you're going to get a ton of engagement and you don't get disappointed by it. Just know that probably not the best time to do it. Now, here's a couple other things. Best time for emails. And I'm throwing this up there because I think personally, Facebook kind of runs, and it's just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm not an expert on this, but I think your email that you send out has a lot of the same stats go along with Facebook. So check this out. Best time for your emails, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. This is dead zone. 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Customer-based marketing emails are best sent early in the morning. How many on this call, just give me a big yes out there, that check their Facebook first thing in the morning? Anybody? Anybody check Facebook, see what's going on first thing in the morning?
Yes.
Everybody on the call. Okay.
Run for yes.
Good time to post Facebook. Good time to send your emails. All right? Perfect. All right. 10 a.m. noon. 10 a.m. to noon. Most people are working and probably won't open your email, right? Probably not a good time to post. That's when people are working. Lunchtime, different story. You're going to go check your Facebook status at your lunch break. That's how people are going to work. Noon to 12. News and magazine updates are popular during lunch breaks. 2 to 3 after lunch. Lots of people buckle down and ignore their inbox. 3 to 5. Property and financial. Look at this. So if you're going to post either 6 to 10 a.m. or 3 to 5 p.m., anything else doesn't matter. Just don't do it. Save it. Save it. Save it. Save it. Save it. Okay. Property and financial related offers are best sent in the early afternoon. So if you're going to post something cool about a home or about like kind of like the examples we shared, this is the time to do it. 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. is probably for me the best. 5 to 7 holiday promotions and B2B promotions get open mostly in early evening. 7 to 10 customer promotions and popular again. So it starts. You'll notice, and go ahead and test this. I recommend testing this. I do it all the time. I've posted on Sunday, very little interaction. It's just weird. It kind of dies off. Saturdays are huge. Fridays are huge. Mondays, Tuesdays during the day, post it like in the middle of the day, post at night. I'll notice if I post something between 3 and 5, the likes pick up around 5 to 7. Mm-hmm. So if I would have just waited till 5 to 7, I would have had more interaction because it would have been very top front center. Okay.
Well, so and the research that I've done, Scotty, the average post on Facebook, the life expectancy is 2 hours 7 minutes.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes is the most important.
That is where the most engagement occurs. Facebook calls it the first half an hour, but statistically, if you look at the graph that they put up with this presentation I was on, it clearly shows that first 10, 15 minutes is where, that's where the hit comes from, because basically what happens is when you hit this enter button, and you've got your picture post and you've been doing some engaging, you're right at the very top of everybody or most of your viewers' newsfeed, at the very top of the newsfeed. That's correct. Where that engagement, because as you scroll down, the stories get older and the engagement drops off. So it makes absolute sense. And they say the average, you can expect that after 2 hours, your post is all but dead.
Correct. After 2 hours, it's dead. Just move on. I mean, it's all good. All right. So for you Twitter people, or if you want to have an image or start building your brand on Twitter, I'm going to show you how to do it automatically with Facebook. Now, I got to go back to what Paul said. Don't post and run. You've got to be aware if someone interacts or engages with you on Twitter. Now, a lot of people, like who on the call, just give me a yes or no if you are using Twitter right now. Yes or no?
I got to admit, Scotty, I just created my first account last week. I have not added it to my phone yet.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not a big Twitter user, but I'm telling you, man, it's the young generation. My daughter, freak. Son, freak. They're Twitter people. They communicate. That's how they don't even text. They tweet. Okay, so as we go along, as us old folk get older, we're going to have to communicate with these guys and how they communicate. Now, I don't know if there'll be something besides Twitter. It's what right now, right here, right now. It's just a huge thing, and Vicki posted something the other day, and she said we need to do a Twitter class, but I'm going to show you how to log into Facebook. When you post to Facebook, automatically have it go to Twitter, okay? Really super simple. Check this out, Paul. So you log into Facebook. You open a second browser. I'm going to do this real live for you really quick, and then log into Twitter. So you have Chrome open for your Facebook. You go to Firefox and open a second browser. You log into your Twitter account. You click on this link right here, okay, and make sure that the Facebook is connecting to the account that you intend to connect with. I'm going to do this real quick. So it's facebook.com/Twitter, and edit any settings. So here's kind of what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. So let's do this really quick. So I'm going to go to, I'm logged in on Facebook right here. So here's my home. And then I'm going to go, I already got Firefox open just to save some time. And then I'm going to go to Twitter and make sure I'm logged in. I think I'm still logged in. Let's just
and if you guys saw that when Scotty went to Facebook, the first thing you saw was my post that I made with a picture and with an image in it. I mean, that was the first thing you saw there.
First thing you saw, yeah. And here's the thing. People will scroll. They don't. The reason that you always have to have a picture is because they scroll. They don't read all the posts. They scroll for pictures that catch, kind of like going to a restaurant. I mean, I don't know about you, but I hate going to a restaurant with no pictures on the menu. Anybody here agree with me? Anybody hate pictures with no menus? Like menus with no picture? Anybody say, just say yes if you hate menus with no pictures. I will then watch like the food that comes out and go, that looks good. No, I just hate reading, right? It's like I don't even know what some of this stuff says or what's included in that meal, right? All right, so I'm going to go. I got Facebook open. I got Twitter open, 2 separate browsers. Now I'm going to go to the facebook.com/Twitter. As soon as you go there, this little thing pops up, and it says linked to Twitter, @Hudspeth.mi. That's my Twitter handle. That's my Facebook. Yes, yes, yes. I want status updates, photos, links, video, notes, and events. Save changes. automatically now, your Facebook post will automatically go to your Twitter. So now you can start communicating, engaging, interacting on Twitter for those people that are hanging out on Twitter that you might never, ever connect with. What's going to happen is you're going to start getting followers. When somebody follows you, just say, hey, thanks for following, hope all is well. Thanks for following, hope all is well. Just a really quick, just little bitty things like that. Guys, you're one relationship away from a new deal that's going to make you $3,000 to $10,000, right? You think 2 seconds would be worth your time of saying, hey, thanks for the follow. Look forward to following you back. Boom. You got a relationship. You don't have to communicate with them there, but just know that they're going to see your Facebook post on Twitter now, okay? That's the whole engaging and interacting part. If they send you a direct message, you're going to get an email saying, Paul sent you a direct message on Twitter. See what it is. You open it up. You either go respond to it or you just leave it alone. Maybe you just said hi. You say hi back. So it's just simple stuff like that. All right?
Scotty, great question coming from Paul Miller. Paul Miller's got a great question here. How often do you change your Facebook picture? Do you think a headshot or a family picture is more effective? And I know the answer to this, Paul, but let's hear what Scott. This is a great question, and I brought this up because I think everybody on the call could benefit from this answer.
Absolutely. So I think I've had my same picture there for 2 or 3 years. I think people get to know, again, goes back to the picture thing. Make sure. See, I got kind of a dark background. I mean, they say a dark background is good because you see my face. So I highly recommend that they see you and your face. But I also like the idea of a family. The only problem with the family photo is it usually is too far back, and you can't see who's in the photo on the social media sites. That's the only problem with it. Now, here's what I did. I mean, I'm not saying this is right or wrong, but on my Facebook, I have it so that I have my family up in the header, okay? Me and my wife, my daughter, and my son. So that's the way I did it. I would recommend it that way so you can share that, you know, you're a family guy or whatever it is, or a family woman. That's your family. Now, if I had family here, it's not going to be a close-up shot, and it's not going to look right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's my opinion.
Now, I will tell you that there's a lot of mixed opinions on this. I will tell you with what we do with our mortgage company here in the Tampa Bay area, we do use our family shot on a lot of our social sites, but then we'll use our headshot on any of our business social sites. So the two images become branded with one another because people are used to seeing them the same name with the two different images. From the personal page, we show the family photo. Now, we took into consideration what you're talking about, Scotty, in that we don't want it to be where they can't recognize who's in the image. So we had a picture actually made specifically for, it's kind of like a headshot with the family, specifically made for this purpose. Perfect. Where you can see that, you know, the wife and the kids are in there and everybody's there, but it's obviously clearly branded to the loan officer. Absolutely. And then on the business page, we do a photo like what you've got there, which is a nice, you know, professional headshot, making sure you're looking as pretty as you possibly can.
And I did have this professionally done. I got a bunch of pictures that I did professionally just so that I could have it for social media. But I mean, I guess my personal opinion is I probably would never change your picture because they get used to who you are. And if you're doing engaging and interacting stuff where you're getting likes like this, they automatically, when you first post it, see that it's you and they know you, like you, and trust you. They're going to automatically like you because they're just that's engaging to them. I mean, you know how you say hi to people you know at the store? Same exact thing. If you change your picture, they're not going to recognize it anymore as much as you would if you leave it the same. So that's just my personal opinion. So just, you know, a couple things. Like I was walking out to the parking lot the other day and I said, do you pick it up? What if it's tails? So that's the little short. This literally was sitting right next to my car, and so I got 15 comments, 6 or 7 likes. That's the stuff. I mean, it's crazy, right? I mean, that's the whole. So like something amazing about to happen. I just did this for a friend of mine because she always says something amazing is about to happen. So like next chapter, right? She's hiring some new people, building their team. Just a good friend of mine. It's actually her right there. Always believe, just a good person. Best Burger. I was up in Grand Rapids. Best Burger. Didn't get a. See, like I look at this stuff and I go, okay, what time was it? It was Friday night. It doesn't say what time, but I got 3, 4, 5 likes, 1 comment. Not a real big interaction there. So next time I'll change that. You know what I'm saying? So I make note of, okay, I didn't do it right. I didn't say, have you had a burger here, which was a question to ask for engagement. You see what I'm saying? So I did it wrong. So I learned from that, and I go, okay, the next time I do that, I go, I got to ask this a different way. I got to ask an engaging question where I said Google it. So I sent them away and said, all right, maybe they will go Google Stella's Bar and see if it's the best burger in the U.S., which it really is, been noted for that. But that doesn't help me, right? See how you learn from your post and go, didn't happen. Where on this one, I got 47, 48 likes and a couple comments. So like, okay, that was a good one. So people like inspirational quotes or stuff to help them throughout their day, stuff like that. So that was a big one for me. So always learn from what you do and then just know that when you post them, that's going to be a huge factor in your success and engagement and interacting. So I'm going to actually stop right there because we're just a couple minutes before. And so here's what we're going to cover next week, and I think this will be huge for you guys, and I appreciate you guys hanging on here. We're going to cover strategy number 1, Facebook for Business, using your results and events when you go to a listing presentation. So we're going to share that next week. I'm going to show you how to literally, we're going to go step by step putting this together on Facebook and using PowerPoint 2010, okay? The other strategy is going to be Facebook. I'm going to actually do private groups and private pages. So Paul, does that sound good with you?
Perfect.
We'll do how to use the results in advance using the Facebook, how to get engagement, how to literally step so far outside the box when you're using Facebook's when you go to your listing presentation. That's what we're going to do. And then strategy number 2 is how to build like a new way to farm an area using Facebook fan pages. We'll cover that next week as well. And I'm going to show you how to set this up a really cool way and then how to interact and engage and how to build your fan base with these people that I think will blow your mind the week after that. So we'll take this a couple steps here with Facebook.
And guys, we can see there's a lot of questions still on Facebook, so we'll definitely get into this stuff. Really great to see that the questions are questions that let us know or let me know that you guys are absolutely understanding and comprehending the concept that we're bringing to you, that Facebook is not about business, or business can be done on Facebook as long as you make it about the relationship and developing friendships and getting people to know, trust, and like you and see you as somebody that is a trusted friend and ally. Great, really good stuff, and I'm glad to see that everybody's catching on to that. A lot of you are asking about some of the materials that were presented in today's PowerPoint, some of the website links, some of the places to get some of the content. The PowerPoint and recording of today's class is available to you. All you have to do to get access to it is contact the loan professional who invited you today. They can get you the PowerPoint as well as get you hooked up with the recording. We know on some of these that are a little more technical, that have a lot of moving parts to them like Facebook, we do need to go a little bit fast, and we understand that's why we make that stuff available to you. Just contact your loan professional who invited you today. They'll get you hooked up with everything you need to get going on a great Facebook marketing strategy.
Yeah, Carol has a good question that I want to talk about, and then we'll let you guys go. She says, my Facebook business page is not my name, so my photo is a scene in the neighborhood as well as my cover photo. I am branding my South Bay Beach cities, not me. My personal page has my photo with my boyfriend. Now, here's the thing. People don't do business with South Bay Beach cities. They do business with Carol. They get to know, like, and trust Carol. I personally, this is my opinion, I would personally like to see you, Carol, in that photo, because they will never meet South Bay Beach cities. They will meet Carol, and they will get to know, like, and trust Carol, and they will become friends with Carol and give referrals to Carol.
Well, and that's what I was going to say, Scotty, is when she does do business with that person, and that person is talking at the water cooler, and somebody mentions that, hey, I'm looking to buy a new home or sell a new home, they're not going to say call Bay City Flyer.
No,
I don't remember.
Call Carol.
But call Carol. That's who they're going to tell them to call.
So here's the other thing. When you guys bought your last car, do you remember? You might remember the dealership, or do you remember the person you bought it from? You probably remember the person you worked with or bought it from, and that's what you want to create. So if it's going to be South Beach Bay Watch or whatever it was, I think it should say your name and then that for the Facebook page. That's just my opinion, but. Yeah, guys, this is 100% about you. Now, the only thing I want to ask is put this stuff in your calendar. So if you say, I'm gonna do my Facebook marketing, that's part of my marketing strategy, put it in your calendar for when you're going to do that. Do it from maybe, and we'll talk more about this next week, but, you know, whatever day that is, there's no right or wrong day, but, you know, Friday would be a good day because that's the 10% better likes, 10% better opt-ins, engagement, interaction. That would be my best bet, is to make it Fridays at, you know, between 4 and 5 before you head out for the weekend. So, all right, cool. So, yeah, we'll address. If you have a question, please go to, or if you've come into us for the first time, join us at facebook.com/groups/agent mastermind. And ask. If we didn't answer your question, just go there and ask it, and we will make sure and answer it there. We're at almost 1,800 today, and I think we'll hit it today. But facebook.com/groups/agent mastermind. The cool part about this, you're going to get other people's responses and other people's answers, other people's opinions. Whether it's right or wrong, that's for you to decide. It's your business. You're the CEO of your business. That's what we want you to be. We just want to give you suggestions on how to do it, when to do it, and incorporate and hang around like-minded people who are doing well. So appreciate you guys. Paul, love you back to Paul the man. Mikey, I think I got you muted, but appreciate you, man. Thanks for letting me use your story, and we'll see you guys right here next week, same place. Have a great week. Put it in your calendar when you're going to work on Facebook strategy, and we'll see you with how to put it together and how to change up your timelines as we go along. All right?
Awesome.
Everybody have a great day.
Thank you again, brother.
Thanks, buddy. Take care.
The organizer has ended the session, and this call will be disconnected. Goodbye.